What's up, guys?
Welcome, guys.
Welcome to another Safex Hangout Sunday. Aaron Bernal sitting to my left. Of course, Dabek right here. Welcome back. So, lots of going ons this past week. A bunch of new products listed live. What else? 1.5 is in queue for release. Bitrue back online for trading Safex cash withdrawals and everything. So let's get into it. I think I would start like Bitrue being back online. That's a huge news. So there was like some small technical difficulties that they needed some input from engineering, and it just took me like some time to get around and guide them through the process to like sync each other. There's an engineer over there, and then to get this like 3-4 days in a row that led to us solving the implementation details, and here we are. Bitrue back online, really awesome like outcome, and so gonna keep growing as demand on the marketplace grows. So then what else? Aaron, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, so I finally got access to, access on in a different desktop, less sparks flying. I finally able to use the 1.5 this week, extensively as a merchant, creating some new listings, and just really navigating around, finding all the last final touches before we give it to you guys. But it was super fun this week, and with even the product that we have now, I'm just going to start listing products. That's amazing. It was a lot of fun to
So the ironic thing was, Safex Cash went to 4 cents this week. So you have products that were competitively priced when they were listed, and then Bitrue opened up. Then product prices are like 4x. What they ought to be. So that being said, probably one of the most significant features is the price oracles on this wallet. So,
guys, can I tell you something crazy? Dan was actually, I'm not going to say any names, but Dan was at some time over the last couple of months. He was at someone's table, and they were speaking about this brand called Clarence. And Dan had in the back of his head already known that we have stock of Clarence, and he asked them if they sell wholesale, and they're like, no, us Clarence, we don't sell any wholesale products. We only sell direct to consumer. And then Dan came back. He's like, are you sure you have Clarence? Well, it turns out there's actually Clarence listed right now. So you guys actually have with the price tag that Dan is explaining, you have
competitively priced.
The best price possible to get Clarence is going to be on Safex Market from an unknown source. We have no idea where these units arose from, but it's good. From very reliable vendors, have access to very good products at ridiculous pricing. So you guys are, it's really awesome.
So it's pretty incredible the product range that we have. You could literally live off of Safex Cash right now. I always said that we'd have beauty products, or so this marketplace is literally for everybody. And we already got some orders for some skincare products, some coffee, Illy coffee. So those are my favorite coffees. This has been incredible. And we got 10 more brands on the way, and the whole point of 1.5 is a lot of stuff that's in there. A lot of this update is preparation for the launch of V2. So probably Black Friday's coming up on the 26th, and this week we're going to list on 10 more brands, and we'll release 1.5, and also with the signatures, with the verification of the apps from the maker. So that way the antiviruses will recognize, and that way more people, when they download it, and install the app, that they will be that they won't see that they'll be um, it'll just work properly. So um, yeah, V2 will be awesome. Some more exchange listings we're working on, mostly for wrapped Safex Cash. Um, so that should be really awesome. So yeah, like the implementation, small little quirk is because Safex is based on the crypto note, the Monero kind of family. So that being said, it's much more complicated than like Binance or Ethereum, and you don't have that many specialists out there in those software. So you know you can't just go Googling the solutions. You have to talk with somebody who, if you want to get a really good, these engineers are working on a lot of coins over there. They're maintaining large systems, so if they want, that's why we have, if a developer wants, some quick answers and correct answers without too much trial and error, the best way is to talk directly to somebody who already used it before, and that's literally what we did. But then with the Binance version of Safex, the wrapped Safex Cash, that one, most exchanges already have that. So getting Bitrue back online was part of that journey to getting more exchange listings. So we, before we start, proceed with the further dialogues, we got Bitrue back online, and then P2P, B2B is going to be back online, and then we'll move on to the next new big exchanges for wrap and stuff like that. So yeah, version 1.5. Version 1.5 is pretty wrapped up. Friday came in pretty quickly. We got stuff listed on Thursday. Friday came in pretty quickly, and we were just kind of like tired. I think I worked like 12, 16 hours for like 2 or 3 of those days, and just like I didn't want to I just didn't have any more strength to just push 1.5, and but now that it's Sunday, we're back into our grind. We're gonna proceed with the 1.5, getting it signed, binaries and stuff like that. We have our build system set up. So I think on Friday we got the build done for Windows. We got on your computer. No, that was Thursday.
We got
Thursday or Friday.
We need to get a new operating system. So that was Thursday, and then Friday we were up and running.
What products coming online? The next brands.
We have some. Which brands have we finalized? Well, there's going to be once the agreements are done, then we'll be able to announce those names as soon as you see them pop up onto the wall. I don't want to give out any names before they'll take away the you jinx it,
Yeah.
So once they go live, you'll definitely hear from either me or someone on Twitter that it's now available for sale. But some good brands, some really cool brands that give us a little bit of a selection of products, so that there'll be something for everybody, in time for the holidays, especially Black Friday. We'll have some crazy good deals for Black Friday. So
and the interface is totally different now. You'll see everything a lot differently.
Yeah, in my most recent post, you can see a little glimpse of what it looks like. The products are realigned. It's a much cooler feel, and a lot of new features.
Yeah, if you check Aaron's Twitter, here's his Twitter, and he has a video up that that actually scrolls through the new interface. So you can definitely check it out, and you can download it pretty soon. And yeah, one of the biggest features is in fact the price oracles feature that's been there in the blockchain since its inception, but it's now activated in the merchant section on the 1.5, and that's a huge feature that we're going to need for V2. And so yeah, these are the proving grounds ahead of V2, and then off to the races for everybody. Any questions? We're probably going to cut this one short. We'll just get back to work, and get this Black Friday queued up. So I'll just give a minute for. I'll scroll through the Twitter and see if I saw a few questions come up on Twitter. Yeah, there's like 5 comments. Yeah, so version 1.5 has some UI changes for sure, and yeah. So there's this one question: what are the guarantee I have to receive something from someone around the world, and what protects me from getting scammed? So I think there is no guarantee. If someone is selling something, it's up to the seller to build a good reputation for delivering the products that are purchased, right? And so, if you're buying from non-reputable vendors, people, who don't provide any information, like obviously we're here, you could always contact us or something. If, and most good vendors, you could contact them, right? So, if you can't get in contact with the vendor, you are skeptical about the vendor, there's obviously no guarantees that if you buy something, you're not going to get, an empty box or something.
So we're going to set a standard. When you order something from us, for example, or at least me, I have a centralized business. Everything that gets purchased from me gets shipped by me and gets delivered to you in a centralized manner. However, since this is a decentralized marketplace, not every vendor is going to be the same reliable as me. So that's where V obviously 1.5 and V2. It's basically when you come on as a buyer, you're going to be able to choose from which seller you want to do business with. Obviously, if you do business with our sellers and the sellers that are onboarded and copying the way we do business, then you're going to get your stuff because you're dealing with a business.
Well, you'll have a higher likelihood
of getting your stuff
because
right?
everyone will have their own policies, right? But there's a difference between something going wrong and outright fraud, right? So the question was like, what is the guarantee of getting scammed? So it's like if you buy from a normal vendor, they're going to try to get you the stuff. But if you buy from unknown seller who never sold anything and has no image or anything about themselves online, then then you won't then there's no guarantees.
Yeah, there's going to be a way to differentiate between those two vendors. You're going to be able to know exactly who to do, who's more reliable. There's going to be systems put in place for that, just to educate you to how to use a decentralized platform and not get taken advantage of. There's going to be some education out there to help you with that, so that you don't get robbed. That's basically. Yeah.
Next question is indicate progress with Excalibra for the additional states. So that it's not a impossible progress, but it's like 3-4 months per state. So it'll be a minute before. So for now, you could still use Bitrue to get SFX if you're talking about using it on the marketplace. Next question is Safex Euro, Safex USD pair. So Safex USD pair will be available. In some months from now, but only in a few select states to start. Big question. Big Safex cash price fluctuation a problem for future merchants? So the peg will help a lot because of the way that if you're using the day one Oracle peg, I've engineered it in such a way that it's kind of protecting sellers, so that they don't lose. But then you have right now you don't really care about if you're a seller right now the price is very low, so earning SFX and with it growing, it's going to be really advantageous for you. So I think business can only be improving because of using SFX. Wrapped SFX on Excalibra, it might be tonight. So so price pegs they work for Euro USD. They can work for anything. Right now there's like 8 or 9 different price pegs live right now. Some reliable ones from Safex Ninja, and I would still I'm using the one I engineered. Like the Safex Ninja ones are accurate, but they're the day one Oracle price peg is compensating for slippage. So I engineered a price peg that will accommodate volumes. You know what I mean? So yeah, same like buying anywhere. You don't if you doubt the vendor, you won't buy more. And if a vendor wants to be good, there's an article I ought to publish, but I talked about it a couple of years ago about how reputations are developed. So you could buy a reputation, so you spend money, and then if you tarnish that reputation, you won't make back that money that you spent on getting the reputation in the first place. So it's a sunken cost. So you could buy reputation, you could associate reputation, so somebody can lift you up, risking their own reputation on you, so that can help your business. And then you could also earn your reputation, so you could sell and collect reputation from the world. So I have a really structured presentation on that concept, and it'd be awesome to put that into an article and publish that. So Saeed, if we can add a stablecoin to Excalibra, I think we could get USDT off of Binance. And 1.5, the dollar price is also, so it's not the dollar price, it's the peg price. So if someone actually used like the euro peg, it'll show the euro price. If someone used the dollar peg, it'll use the dollar price. Yeah, Ian, it's kind of far from dead. Are you alive? Yeah, so a TWM verified star is something that we have in mind, right? And we kind of discussed, like, so when V2 comes out, not just V2, like right now, the way that the TWM works, it works in a way where anybody can host a website to accept to do the curation of the products displayed. So literally anybody can launch a website just like TWM API. You can type in the URL. If you look at the product section, it loads from a website, from an API of the World Marketplace. So, you can sort through vendors based on which API they show up on. If that makes sense. We'll elaborate more on that in the future. We look tired. I don't feel tired. Awesome, Eddie. Thank you for your business and thank you for your support. Yeah, we ought to get feedback online. The feedback system is already there, so if you already bought stuff, you'll still be able to do feedback. And so from there, like you could pull all feedback from an individual seller. That system already exists, just not exposed in the user interface. Any other questions? We're gonna cut it off now. We're gonna get back to work and get 1.5 on.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Once it becomes available to download, that's going to be great.
Alright.
Because the one last thing is right now the only thing stopping me from listing these 10 brands and more brands is a main reason is because it won't look normal on version 1 because you guys don't have the new product for like front end. So like if we list too many, it will be overlisted. So we're kind
Yeah,
of
you don't have price tag there either. You don't have the.
So I need 1.5 to be in your guys' hands so that I could just fill the gates. That's really what I'm looking forward to this week. It's going to be phenomenal.
You're gonna need 1.5 for
Yeah.
all these new listings. So
Everyone needs
that being
1.5.
said, catch you in this week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you guys.